Hi, question number 5 taken from June 2015 A-Level Maths HSC M1. A particle P starts from rest at a point O on a horizontal straight line. P moves along the line with constant acceleration and reaches a point A on the line with a speed of 30 meters per second. At the instant that P leaves O, a particle Q is projected vertically upwards from the point A with a speed of 20 meters per second. Subsequently, P and Q collide at A. Find the acceleration of P for the first part of the question, and for the second part, the distance OA. Alright, so let's try and put an illustration here to see what's happening. We have a straight line, like this, and there's a particle here at the point O. This particle P is moved to the point A, and the moment P is starts from O, another particle at A is projected vertically upwards with a starting speed of 20 meters per second. Now P is going to travel and reach A, and the object that is projected vertically upwards comes to a maximum height here, and then it falls back down. The moment it reaches the ground, it collides with P that reaches here. So now we need to find the acceleration of P. So what we should understand is that when the object is projected upward, there is a force of gravity that's going to try to pull it down, and the force of gravity is G. We can use the formula V is equal to U plus AT. The final velocity when it reached the maximum speed is going to be 0, because that is at instantaneous rest. The moment the object reaches its maximum speed, maximum height, it will stop momentarily and then it will fall back down. So V is going to be 0 at that point, and U, the starting speed, is 20 meters per second, plus the acceleration. Remember the acceleration, the force is trying to pull the object down, therefore it's going to be a negative acceleration. So negative 10, because the acceleration due to gravity is negative 10 meters per second, times the time t. So solving this equation, we're going to end up with t is equal to 20 divided by 10, and that's going to make it 2 seconds. Now, the same story goes for the object coming down. The initial speed is now 0. U is 0. The final speed is 20. It hits the ground with 20 meters per second. So we're going to say then 20 is equal to 0 plus AT. This time the acceleration is positive because the object is coming down. It's not being pulled down as it goes up, it's coming down. So the acceleration will be positive due to the force of gravity. Therefore it's going to be 10t. In other words, we're saying that t is equal to 2 seconds. So it takes the object 2 seconds to go up and 2 seconds to come down. The total time is now 4 seconds. It takes the same time for the other object to travel horizontally on the line here to reach A and collide with it. So here time is going to be 4. The initial speed of P is 0. The final speed of P as it collides with A, we are told, is 30 meters per second. Now we can use V is equal to U plus AT again. And the final speed for this object is 30 meters per second is equal to 0 plus A, which is the acceleration that we need to find the acceleration, A times t, and t we found earlier on to be 4. So therefore 4A is equal to 30, and A is going to be 30 divided by 4, and thus the acceleration of P has been found to be 7 meters per second square. So this is the first part of the question is done. Now, for the second part, we need to find the distance traveled from O to A. So how are we going to do this? We can perhaps use V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. That's the second formula for kinematics. So what is V square? The final speed is 30. So 30 to the square is equal to u square, for p is 0, so 0 to the square plus 2as. 2 times a was just found to be 7.5, and times s will be the distance. So in other words, we have 2 times 7.5, which is 15s, is equal to 900. 30 squares is equal to 900. So the distance is going to be 900 divided by 15, basically 60 meters. Therefore, the distance OA for the second part is now 60 meters. Here we are for this question taken from June 2015 A-Level Maths HSC Mechanics 1.